Okay, so in the last class we have seen like what is the implementation landscape, what is the SAP landscape till SAP data. We have seen all those things like what is the SAP data, what is the different kind of SAP data, right? So today we are going to see what is the difference between end user and consultant. So before going to that session, let's see what is the SAP GUI and what are the different functionality over there. So first let us see that one, then we can move to the next one, like end user and consultant role. We can discuss on that one. So here you can see this is basically your SAP login will look like. Okay, so this is basically your SAP logon will look like. So whenever you are going to work, let's say we are having only one dummy server, then you will be having only one name over here. You can system and description and all the things, you will be only having one connection over here. Okay. Let's say you are working in a real time project or you are working in a real work, then you will be having different systems over here. So basically, as we have discussed yesterday, like there will be some development system will be there, there will be some quality or test system will be there, there will be some production system will be there. So as per the system requirement, as per the system availability, there will be many kind of systems will be here. Okay, you need to find out like whenever you are going for a KT session, you need to find out what are the systems are there available, which are the production server, what are the, let's say, quality or test server, and what are the development server. Those all those things you need to find out, and you need to raise like first whenever you are joining someone from your team, they will help you on the access part. So whenever you are having the access, like you will be having one user ID and password. So whenever you are getting one user ID and password, then you need to log in. So when you are going to log in, just double click on this one, any name you need to log in. Let's say this is some ECC nomenclature is there, some S4 HANA is there, some this is for someone, some guy they have means they have sent me their server details. So basically these are different kinds of system, and if you are working in a dummy environment, you'll be having only one system. If you are working in a real environment, there will be different kinds of system. So whenever you need to log into a system, let's say production server, let's say quality server, or let's say any kind of development server, you just need to go there and double click on it. Okay, so it will open you a page like this. So here you can see the client name is there. Here you can see there is a username is there and there is a password is there. So whenever you are working in a real environment, you will be getting your user ID and password created by your basis team or any kind of security team who are there responsible for creating the user ID. They will create a user ID and they will provide you the details like user ID and password. So once you are having the user ID and password, you need to log in, like you need to put the user ID over here. Let's say I am having the user ID as my name. Okay, so I'm putting as user ID as my name, and password whatever I have saved for this client or this system, I need to enter it here. So whenever you are getting a password in the initial period of time, there will be a like initial password, or that will be a temporary password you will be given. Okay, so once you are getting the temporary password, then first time maybe there will be 24 hours or maybe 7 days of time, whatever your system functionality is there. As per that, they will provide you some password. So that password, like initial password, it will expire in 7 days or 24 hours. So first you need to log in within that time period. So whenever you are logging, like you are entering your password, it will show you an option to change your password. Okay, there it will show you and change your password, like here if I click this one. So let's say, so whenever you enter a password, let's say click on the new password. So likewise, you will be getting a new screen like this one. You need to enter your new password. You need to enter. Okay. So you will be getting like first time whenever you are going to log in, you will be getting like this in a real server, not in a dummy server. So dummy server, you can directly go and use with the password over there. Okay. If you need to change, you can change it like this. Like enter the you need to enter the user ID and password, and you need to click on the, so you need to go here. You just need to enter your username and you need to enter your password, and you need to click on this new password. Then that window will open. What window was shown before, that window will open, and you need to set a new password for yourself. Okay, so right now we're not going to the changing password, so we're just entering it. So here the main screen of SAP will look like this. So what are the different functionality over here? So this is basically, it is called, first you see there is a menu, edit, favorites, extra, system and help are there. So this is basically called a menu bar. Okay, so this is basically called a menu bar. From here you can access the different kinds of menu. So here you can click on the like SAP menu, business workplace, creator role, display role menu, and edit button, favorites, extra, system and help. You will be getting options over here. So whenever you are going inside any kind of transaction also, there you will be finding different menus for that transaction. Okay, so the next one is, this is called the command bar. Okay, this is the command bar. So basically, whenever you are going to do anything, let's say from a command prompt, you are entering something to do some transaction. Let's say, let's take an example, like in SAP we are having some T codes that is called a transaction code to perform any kind of transaction. Sorry, to perform any kind of transaction, we will be having a transaction code or T code. We call it a T code. So T code is basically, let's say ME21N is the T code for creating a purchase order. So whenever you are entering some T code in the command bar, then entering it, then it will open your screen that is saying here create a purchase order, right? So likewise, you can enter different transactions over here. You can T code, you can enter over here, and it will pop up a new screen where you can perform the transaction. Okay, so this is the command field in the command bar. This is the command field. So here you can see there are different kind of radio buttons are there. Here you can see there is a like right mark is there. So here whenever you are entering something, like entering something in the command bar, you just click on enter. Okay, so this is continue or enter. You can call it continue or enter. Next one, here you can see there is a floppy disk button is there. So this is for save. So whenever you are performing some transactions, you can save it from here. Whenever you have entered something, like in the purchase order screen, you have entered something, then you need to save the document. Then you can click on this save document. Here you can see, you can there is a save button, so you can save it from here. Okay, so the next button is back. So here you can see there is a back arrow is there, right? So whenever you need to come out of a screen, like let's say we are inside the purchasing order screen, we can click on a back button. It will move one step back. Okay, this is only for moving one step back. Next one is, you can see there is a yellow button is there. Okay, here you can see there is a upward arrow mark is there. Okay, this one is for coming out of any kind of operation. Let's say in some transaction you are having multiple screens. Okay, so you went into a screen, then you are clicking on this button, it will send back to the previous screen. But if you are clicking on this button, this yellow button, if you are clicking this upper arrow button, you are clicking, then it will move you out of that operation. Means directly it will move you out of that operation. And next one, this one is a red button. Whenever it will pop up, like let's, so here you can see first one is green button, second one is yellow button, third one is red button. So basically this will help you, like if I go to, let's say, okay, okay, let's say I went into this one. Let's say I'm going to the material here. If I click on this one, it will send me back to the purchase order screen. Okay, it will just send me one step back. Okay, so here, let's say if I go on here and I am clicking on this exit button. Okay, it will moving me out of that screen. Like the whatever screen is there, it is just moving out me of that operation. So if you are in the purchase order screen. So here, let's say you have went somewhere. Okay. Okay, that might be possible with the different operation. Here, that is not valid. Okay, so this is basically, this will move you one step back. This will move you out of the operation, and this is for the canceling. So like once you are entering something and you are just clicking on this one, it will cancel the operation. Okay, now we are out of the main screen, right? So this is basically, these are the three buttons. It will work for you. Likewise, like if you want to get back of the like one screen to previous screen, you are coming back, then you can click on the back button. If you are like exiting from the operation directly, you can click on here and you can go back of like exit from the operation. If you are clicking on the cancel, then it will cancel the document. Okay, so next one is, this one is the print icon. Whenever you need to print something, you can directly click on this one and print. This is the find button. If you need to find something in that page, then you can find it from there. This is the advanced find button. So there will be some um, like some criteria can be added in the find like the advanced button. Okay, so these are basically four buttons. These are for page up and down. Okay, so if you are in a screen like that, if you are in a screen and that is having multiple screens, okay, like up and down screens will be there. So with these kind of things like first page, last page, and page up and page down, okay, previous page and next page, so you can toggle between the different pages. Okay, likewise, let's say you have a contract with different material, let's say thousand of materials you have. Okay, so let's say you are opening that contract and there is only, you can see the first page, you cannot go to the next page, there is no next button is there. So with this buttons, with this radio buttons, you can toggle between pages. Okay, next one is you can create a new session. So if you are in a, like you can see there is a, let's say ME21, and you are in a screen. Now you want to open a new screen, you can click on over here. It will open a new screen for you. Okay, so next one is your shortcut. If you are creating this one, it will create a shortcut for you. Next one is the help button. So whenever you are in any kind of pages, let's say here you are in purchase order, you need to find out what is the information for that field, or what is the information for that you need to find some information on that field. Then directly you can click on, let's say here material, you can click on here and you can click on the help button. Here it will show you what is that field is about. This is a material number, uniquely identifies a material. So you have to enter a material number if you want to order a material for the with the material master. So first thing, there should be a material master record would be there. So if the material master record is there, and if you need to want to order a material, then you can enter the material number over here. Okay, so basically, if you need to know about any kind of fields over here, you can just click on there and you can click on the help button. Okay, so that will open you a help button. So the next one is, this one is called as a, title bar. Okay, you can see, if we get back, this is only showing as SAP easy access. So basically you will be finding all the things like in the title bar, you will be finding all the details like in which page you are in, or who are using the T code, or who are using the transaction code. So all those things will be coming under your title bar. Okay, so once you, let's say ME21, and you are going to ME21, and here you can see the title is showing us create a purchase order, create purchase order, right? So if you are working in a system like as per your configuration, maybe they will show you like this, creating purchase order, or let's say slash ME23 23N. Here you can see the standard purchase order has been created by me. right? So here you can see the document means all the titles you can get, like all the information, like if you're going for a document, what is the document number? Here you can see this is a standard PO. This is the PO number created by someone. Okay, these all kind of information you can get it from the title bar. Okay, so this is basically the title bar. So next one comes to here, your some like menu bar is there. This is also SAP menu. Okay, so these are some let's say some navigation screens are there. Okay, these are some navigation menus and these are some navigation screens over there. From your navigation screen you can go to different kind of transaction you can go. So let's say we are entering some transaction over here ME21N, right? So directly you know the T code, you can go to the directly you can enter in the command bar and you can go to the transaction, right? So if you don't know the transaction, so how you can perform, you can go to this menu. Okay, from this menu you can do your transaction. So this is basically your um like navigation menu. Okay, this is called SAP menu or navigation menu. Here you can go into the, let's say we are a part of logistics team, so we can go to the logistics. Here you can find the material management. Here you can see the purchasing. Here you can see the purchase order. Here you can see the create, and here you can see the vendor and supplying plant is known. Then if you click on this one, this will open your create purchase order, and here you can see there is ME21 is showing. If you see in the bottom, okay, it is ME21 is showing, right? So directly you can come through the T code or you can come through the SAP menu. So let's say you are working in a SAP system. So let's say you want to mark something as a favorite. So here you have a favorite bar. Here you have a favorite folder. If you need to add something to the favorites, then you can directly add to that. Let's say we can go to here and we can select this one and we can mark it as favorite. Okay. Add to favorites. Okay. So here you can see under favorites, it is showing purchasing, purchase order, create, vendor, or plant is known. So directly you don't need to, every time you don't need to go to the tree and open the trees and go to the specific function. If the favorites are added, directly you can go come here, like you don't need to go all the ways down. You can directly come here and click on this one and it will open you the screen for you, right? So if you are having, like if you are a daily performing some purchase order creation, then directly you can come here and you can perform your transactions. Okay, or else if you are going to mark something like in the configuration menu also, you can mark it under favorites. Okay, so this is basically the favorites and SAP menu. Next one, this is called as a status bar. You can see in the bottom line there is a white bar is there. Here SAP is written here, and here you can see the session manager is written here. Here there is INS is written, SAP server is written. So this total bar is called as a status bar. So you will be getting all of the status, like any information or status, you can get it from this bar. Okay, so let's say you are saving some document, it will say you like the document has been saved. If you are getting some errors, then it will show you like you are getting these kind of errors. Okay, so next here it is session manager. You can get different kind of information from here. You can see the system is DM0, 800 is the client. Here you can see the client is 800. Who is the user? What is the program? Whenever you are inside a transaction, it will show you the transaction T code number. Okay, what is the T code? What is the response time? Like how much time was needed to log into that T code? It will show you that. Interpretation time and round or round trips, like how much it took, like how much time or how much round it took to open that T code. So all of the information is required whenever you are having some system lag or anything. You can, these kind of things will be helpful for you, like response time, interpretation time, and round trips or flushes. This will be informative while you are having some lags in the system. Let's say your response time will be more than 1 minute or let's say 5000 ms or something like that. So at that time you can say SAP is having some kind of delays. Okay, so in time of delays, this will be helpful for you. Rather than that, it will be not much helpful for you. Only transaction and programs are helpful for you whenever you are logging into a system. Then you can note down the transaction. That's why I have put it in the transaction. Okay, so I have selected the transaction. So whenever we are going into a transaction, you can get the transaction name from here in the status bar. You can get the transaction. So your work is to, whenever we are going inside a transaction, you need to note down all those T codes. Okay, you need to note down all those T codes, what is the T code is required for, and why are we going inside that transaction, and on that T code what we have done. So all these things you need to write it down. So that's why I have put transaction code as the feature or select to display over here. So next one is SAP server, and the next one is INS. This is basically, there are two methods, like two input methods are there. One is OVR, means override, and second one is INS, means insert. So these basically two things. One is like whenever you are writing something and you are done a mistake. Okay, in that case, if you are rewriting it, then if you are having the insert button, then it will insert from there. Okay, so let's say I'm inputting here SPRO. Okay, then I think that this is a wrong one. I need to enter SPFM. Let's take an example, just an example. Okay, so here if I say something like, if I need to change something, so I can just write it down, it will insert. Okay, if I select override, I believe this will not work here. Okay, this will not work here. This will work only while you are inputting something in the screen. Okay, so we will see what is the functionality of that. We will see in the later phase. So this is basically your SAP screen, or SAP screen will look like. So here you can find all of the transaction, all of the T code, and all of the information. I hope you are able to understand these kind of things. Like if you are new to SAP, this will be very much helpful for you to knowing, to understanding, to get all the information from SAP. Okay, how to navigate between screen, how to select a screen, how to go into a next screen. So this will be helpful for you. And there are some kind of let's say shortcuts or tricks are there. So if you are, let's say you are in a screen, let's say here you can see there are two screens are open, right? One screen, two screen. Okay, so let's say you are opening one thing, let's say ME21N. Okay, this is a T code. Just just remember this one. There means whenever we are going to the create a purchase order, then we will be looking into it in a detailed view. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, let's say you are in a purchase order screen. Okay, right now you want to create a new screen or open a new screen. You can open a new screen, means with this screen itself. In this screen itself you can open a new screen, or you can open a new session screen. Okay, if you need to open, let's say you are doing like you have created a purchase order, now you willing to create another one more transaction. So for that you need to click on /n. Okay, and click on whatever T codes you need. Okay, then it will open you a new screen with the same page. So here you can see, within the same page we have a new transaction open, right? So let's say we need to open a transaction in a new page. Okay, in that case what we need to do, we need to do /o. Okay, /o, let's say ME21N. Here you can see there is a create purchase order screen is open. Now if you click on here, you can see here this is the transfer posting. Here you can see there is a create transfer purchase order, right? So it is opening a new page for you. If you click on /o and after that you are entering your T codes, then it will open you a new page. If you don't need to open a new page, within the same page you are opening a new transaction, so you just have to click on /n. But if you are inside any kind of transaction and you are directly clicking on, let's say ME21, and I am entering over here, it will not open anything. You can see there is no changes, right? If I say /n ME21N, it will open me a new screen. Okay, new page it will open for me. Okay, understood? So this is basically, you need to understand some kind of, these are some shortcuts, or whenever you are practicing in the server, then these kind of things will be helpful for you. Okay, so basically /n is for opening in a new screen within the same page. /o is for opening a new screen with a new session or new page, right? Understood? Understood? Or
Sir,
any
within a page, what does it mean? And
within a,
with the new section, what is the main difference between them?
so see, there are multiple pages may be there. Here you can see there are 3 pages are there. Okay,
Yes.
let's say I'm working on a purchase order screen, and I need to open a new screen or new page to view some of the information. Let's say I'm in the purchase order screen. Now I have entered some materials over here. I don't know about the information on the material. Now I need to see what is the material, like status or material information I need to see. Okay, then directly I can copy it from here and click on, let's say, a new session, or you can open. So let's go back to that. Okay, so here let's say I need to find some information from the material. So what do I need to do? Either I can click on /n mm03. Okay, this is the T code for material master. Material master record. If we need to see a material master record, then we can go to here. So let's say I need to, if I click on /n and mm03, it will open a new screen in this page itself. Means this purchase order screen will go away and it will open a new screen for material master record. Okay, so if I
Okay.
enter this
Within
one,
this page, the previous page is removed. Okay.
yes, so here you can see
Okay.
it is display material master is showing, but the purchase order is not showing over here. Okay, if I open a, like if I click on /o
Got it.
ME21N, if I enter this one,
Hmm.
it will keep
New
that page
session.
open. It will keep that page open. You can see the material master initial screen is open. With that, you are having a purchase order screen open. Okay, so there will be
Very fine.
2 screens. Okay,
How many new sessions we can open? Any
maximum
limit?
of maximum of 6 screens, I believe, for a limit. You can check. Maximum of 6 screens, I believe. Maximum you can open 6 screens per client. Okay, so here,
Fine.
if you need to close some page, like you need to close this page, let's say here you have 4 pages open, you need to close one page. Okay, how you can do that? Either if you clear it on /n, it will open you a new page which will show you the SAP menu. Okay, if you're clicking on /n, it will show you the main screen, means the SAP menu screen. If I enter it over here, you can see it will get back to you, means it will exit from that screen and it will get back to the main screen. Okay, let's say you need to close this page directly, you can click on /i. Okay, you can see now there is only 3 pages are open. Before we are seeing there are 4 pages were open. If I click on /i, then it will go to, it will clear that page. Okay, now let's say if we need to exit out of the session, like we are having a session open here, in that session we are having 3 screens or 3 pages are there. Here I need to exit out of the application. So what I need to do, there are 2 transactions are there, /ne nd, okay, /n end. Okay, if I click on this one, it will ask you for log off. Okay, it will ask for you if you need to log off. Okay, unsaved data will be lost, do you want to log off? Okay, this will ask for you, this will be a prompt will be open here, you need to, you will be asked like if you want to exit from the session. Okay, let's say here no. Okay, and one more thing is /nex. If you click on this one, this will not ask for you any prompt, it will not save you any document, directly it will let you exit from the screen directly without any information or confirmation. Okay, if I click on this one, you can see we are exited from the screen, right? We are exited from the SAP application itself. We are in the main screen of login screen. Okay, so if I need to log in, I have to re-log in from here. Now you can see one screen has been opened. Okay, understood till this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is basically your SAP navigation or SAP screens are there. Okay, so here, what is the difference between end user